Good afternoon, and welcome to the Parent Academy Power Hour, Home Buying. It takes planning ahead. My name is Sheila Kane, and I'm the Family and Community Engagement Coordinator for Pinellas County Schools. I'm happy you've taken the time to participate this afternoon. We'd like to ask for you to keep your phones muted just for the moment, unless we ask for some participation. And then there will be, of course, time for questions, and you can unmute. Feel free to put your questions in the chat if you want to, as you think about them. As Rosemary, our presenter, is, going through all kinds of good information. If you want to just go ahead and put it in the chat, we'll address those questions after the presentation. Or you can wait, and I think we're going to have a small enough crowd that we can ask you to unmute if that's comfortable for you. But anyway, I did reference our presenter, Rosemary Torres. She is here from the Suncoast Housing Connections group. And we're very excited to be offering, this is a third in our kind of a different, more personal growth avenue down the Parent Academy Power Hour line. We did some learning about identity theft and some financial literacy, and now we're following up with home buying here, which is kind of the third in this series, and we're happy to be concluding. We had a great connection and partnership with the Pinellas County government, really, and their speaker bureau or speaker offerings. So we're grateful for them and the important topics that they've been able to cover for us. So without any further ado, I will turn it over. Rosemary, it's all on you now.
Thank you, Sheila. Very, very happy to be here with you guys. I am a person that I've been in the business for 20 years, and I always like to give information. The more you guys know, the better. So we're going to start with the presentation so we can move on and find out exactly how we can become homeowners, okay? That's what we all want, have our own house. So just want to make sure, do you see the presentation right now, Sheila?
I do.
Okay, perfect.
Nice and full screen, yep.
Nice. Okay, so our company is Suncoast Housing Connections. And as you can see, our logo, it says we teach, we lend, and we build, okay? Today's presenter, my name, Rosemary Torres. I'm a HUD certified housing counselor, been in the business for 20 years, and with previously, who we are is basically, we were Tampa Bay Community Development Corporation before for so many years, but now we obtain a new name, okay, which is great for everything that we're getting involved, okay? So we are a nonprofit since 1982, okay, and I've been with them for the past 10 years. It's almost gonna be 10 years. So until today, I love what I do. I love to help, and I hope I could be able to do that to you guys. We provide foreclosure prevention counseling, home buyer education and counseling, and build homes primarily for low to moderate income households. That's what our base is our base. Our mission, of course, to provide education, counseling, housing opportunities, and to ruralize neighborhoods for low and moderate income households. That's what we do. So this is our history. This is what we, and believe it or not, I remember when they were creating this presentation, this part, where we were trying to account everybody that we have helped. I'll be honest, I think we're still short, but this is basically what we have in numbers. And as you guys can see, we have a lot we had done in our company. And of course, the home buying, the workshops is the ones that we love to have all the time. Every month, we do once a month for each county. We try to do it too. Right now, we're doing the bilingual and the Spanish community too. So as you can see, we're trying to help as much as we can. And this is only 2018. This past year, wow, I'm amazed, okay, of what happened, how people are looking to become homeowners. So let's start by asking questions. What is a housing counseling agency and what do they do? So housing counseling agencies are HUD approved, and beginning in the late 2021, will be required to only hire HUD certified housing counselors. This is going to start next month. So starting August 1st, well, no, this week, August 1st, everybody who's doing counseling, housing counseling, has to be certified by HUD. It's not an easy test, I'm letting you know, but we do as much as we can to make sure that we follow the rules and that we let you know everything that needs to be known for you to become a homeowner. We don't want you just to go and buy a home and don't know anything about it. You know, we make sure that we give you as much information as we can. So we are HUD approved housing counseling agency. We are, all of us are HUD certified counselors, okay? We have to, it's no anymore a maybe. No, everybody that is in our agency has to be housing counseling, it has to be certified. So what does a housing counseling do? We offer first-time home buyer classes. So those classes are 8-hour class that is mandatory for whoever wants to get assistance. I always tell everybody, don't just see it because it's mandatory because you need it for the assistance, but it's because it's educational. It gives you as much information as we can. And you have people that you can ask questions to. So what do we offer? 8 hours, okay, required for all down payment assistance. It is mandatory for the down payment assistance. So if you're looking for down payment assistance, you must take it. So we try to break it down in two this time, as we normally used to have it face-to-face all day long. But in this case, we're doing it 4 hours as we're sitting in front of a computer. You know, we want to make sure that you guys don't get bored. So we do this online right now through Zoom. You know, in the future, we'll see, we'll offer it face-to-face. We offer it during Saturdays mornings and during the week of evenings, okay? You can go to our website to check the upcoming classes. So what are the home buyer topics are? What is the class about? So we basically, this is what we need to know about you guys and how we're gonna teach you what you guys need to know. Are you ready to buy a home? You know, that's the main thing. Managing your money, your budget and credit, build your team. So you're working with the lender, with the realtor, and if you don't, we'll refer you to it, okay? Home inspections, down payment assistance, and life as a homeowner. Like I said, we don't want to just throw you there and get a house and that's it. No, we want to make sure that you know what is to buy a home and how to handle that, how to be able to live in that house and what you need to know. Important notes about the home buyer is not all down payment assistance programs accept a certificate from all housing counseling agencies. Okay, Tampa only accepts certificates from agencies in Tampa approved for the city program. So City of Tampa is only going through certain agencies, and you guys, it is on their website and we let you know which ones. Pasco County, for example, only accepts our certificate. So if you're looking to buy in Pasco, it has to be our class, nowhere else. Other agencies may tell you they're approved in Pasco County, but they're not. We offer housing counseling. So what does housing counseling include? It determines mortgage readiness. So we check your credit, your income, the down payment needed and reserved, determine affordability, determines down payment assistance available, and we give you referrals. So we basically see what you do, what your life is about, and we'll let you know what needs to be done, okay? Because we want to make sure that when you become a homeowner, you're able to afford it, okay? You're able to make your payments on time. And if anything happens, an emergency, what do you do? So we basically let you know all those details. Work with those that are no mortgage ready, meaning that if you don't have a credit, we assist you and guide you through the process to have credit, okay? If you have bad credit, we help you too to understand how you can become a better person with the credit. Remember, credit is everything. Everywhere you go. It's not only to buy a home. And that's our goal. Not only for you to buy the house, but it's also for you to have it, you know, ready for you to go anywhere and have a good credit. We refer you to those that become mortgage ready. We refer you to lenders and realtors. If you don't know anybody, if you don't have anyone, we have that list of realtors and lenders. So we're gonna give you credit tips. 8 tips to improve your credit score. Check your credit report once a year. You can obtain a copy of your credit report free of charge from the 3 companies, from the 3 bureaus. That is, and you can review a lot of information. Once you run your credit, you can see a lot. Pay your bills on time. Pay down debt under 30% of your credit balance. I heard that the best credit is the one that is under 10%. I always tell everybody, try to keep it under 30, but if you go under 10%, it's better. Keep your balance low, charge less, pay in full, pay twice a month. That pay twice a month make a huge difference in your credit. Do not close all accounts. And avoid new loans or transferring balances. Don't do that often. So, of course, if you had 2 credit cards that really maximize and you get a new one, think about it, okay? But don't do it often. Watch out for scams that promise a quick fix for credit issues. And we have seen that a lot. I've seen it. Consider credit counseling with the HUD-approved credit counseling organizations, such as Suncoast Housing Connections. All right, so those were the tips for the credit. There's a lot more, okay? Down payment assistance available. At this moment, we have Pinellas County and Pasco County. Those assistance, my understanding, are open, but they also can close in any moment. There are several government down payment assistance programs available in those counties for first-time home buyers, can be used for closing costs and down payment. All are income-based. Some are higher than others. All are not a grant. There are no interest rate loans, okay? So basically you don't pay interest on those loans. It's 0. So that's a good thing. They are recorded as a mortgage against the property. So it becomes a second lien on the property until it's paid off. All have different amounts available. Some of them could be, we could say up to 45,000, and that person can get 20, 25,000. All must be paid back through a monthly payment or at the sale of the home. So some of them start at the moment that you buy the house and start making payments, and others start 5 years after, okay? And if you decide to refinance, you gotta pay it back. If you decide to rent that property, you gotta pay it back. So you must write the offer asking for 45 days to close. If you're looking to use down payment assistance and you get into a contract, request 45 days at least. So we got Clearwater. Right now, Clearwater, City of Clearwater is giving up to 45,000, no payments for the first 5 years, and the payment after 5 years is $83.33. So as you see, it's no more than $100. St. Petersburg, right now, St. Petersburg used to be up to 20,000. Right now, they upgraded to 40,000. The payments start at the moment, from the moment that you purchase a house. The first mortgage payment is the first payment for the city. Okay, they are made on time. If the payments are made on time for the first 10 years, the rest of the loan is forgiven. So if you have paid 10,000 or the first years, then 10 years, and you remain in balance is another 10,000, then that is forgiven. Largo is up to 45,000, and the payments are deferred for 20 years. That is amazing. Pinellas County has up to 40,000, and the payments start immediately, and is 83.33 every month for 20 years. Pasco County, we have different amounts for Pasco County. Is up to 25,000. There are 3 levels. The first ones start with 25, the second one 15,000, and the third one 5,000. The payments begin after 5 years, And the monthly payment, the average is $69.44. I'm going through the programs, but if you guys want me to stop, let me know, okay? So we have also the Florida Housing Finance Corporation, the state of Florida will say assistance. That is up to $10,000, no monthly payment. How do you pay it back? Is if you sell the house, if the person is no longer living in the property, or when the first mortgage payment is paid off. The first mortgage, excuse me, is paid off. That's the time that you pay that amount. So there are also several private down payment assistance programs available through banks with higher income limits up to 103,000 income. So basically, if you don't make more than 103,000, that means that you are one way or another able to get one assistance, okay? Can I stack this together? Yes, we could do that. So how do we do it? Example from a Sonko's Housing Connections client. They bought a house and the buyer wanted a mother's 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo. They wanted to buy in Clearwater. So they were approved for $65,000 loan, okay? But they bought it for $110,000. So the loan that they end up with was $65,000, but the purchase was $110,000. How did that happen? The state down payment assistance provided with $7,500. The bank itself, the lender, was just giving $5,000 because they use the mortgage through them. They purchase the property and they request that loan through them. The county provided with $32,500. So at the end, if we add up all that, plus they pay the closing costs, the loan was only $65,000. So, and no PMI. That's a mortgage private mortgage insurance that if you don't put 20% down, you have to pay an insurance for the lender, okay? And just that monthly PD was only $457.48. So that was the monthly principal interest payment. So if you think about it, yes, you can put them all together. So what is your next step for you guys to be able to speak with a housing counselor? Basically, just go to our website. So go to soncoshc.org and be able to go into the housing services. Once you get in, it will ask you for the pre-purchase counseling, and then you register, okay? So then you'll fill out an application, it will give you all the information, you'll submit, and we'll receive that information. And that's how you start the process to become a homeowner, okay? So this is Michael Jordan. Some people want it to happen, some wish will happen, and others make it happen. So I always say, buddy, you can make it happen, but it's up to you. It's not me. I help you, I got you, but you decide, and if there's so many opportunities right now, dear, that you guys are able to, this is, I know it's a quick presentation and you guys might have many questions. I always ask everybody, ask. Even if you think that is, my mom used to say, the stupid question, there's no stupid questions. All the questions are value, okay? So you guys can ask any questions and we definitely, can this be used in conjunction with a VA loan? Yes, it can be used with a VA loan, okay? So the assistance, basically VA loan covers 100% financing, so it pays you the down payment, but they don't pay you the closing costs. So you will need down payment assistance for closing costs. So, the assistance for the closing costs. So it covers closing costs and it covers down payment. Yes, so basically, they're asking questions, so I'm going to answer. So with the 103, yes, the 103 basically is your limit. 103,000 is your limit for you to be able to get some assistance. You won't get all the assistance, but at least some assistance you will get. When it comes to the lender provides the amount, like this lender that we have for this loan was given 5,000. Some of them are given 12,000. Others are given 4,000. So, and they just give it to you because you're using them for the loan. Okay. That just right there, 5,000, just because you went through them, that's assistance. But they also other assistance, and the state assistant is allowing you to give you 7,500, even if you're making $103,000. So we have an amount of people that can be applied for. Is there assistance for the home inspection? No, the home inspection has to be paid by you, okay? Because if that house doesn't go through, the lender end up with that. So no, you pay. So you have to have money for appraisal, for inspection, okay, for your credit. That's the beginning. The counseling part is free. We don't charge you. You pay nothing, but you gotta pay for your credit. So if you have a copy of your credit from I would say within the last 30 days, we're able to use that copy. You don't have to pay for the credit, but if not, you're gonna have to pay for your credit. And it's only $17.99 to pay for your credit to see everything. That company that we use, that was my first company that I worked with 20 years ago. And I love it. I love the way that they describe the credit because we understand it. That's our trainings. We learn to read the credit report. But when it comes to you, it might be the first time you're looking at a credit, but that is so organized. It tells you the credits are open, closed, your addresses, everything in detail. So, and it has a lot of information. Okay, let's see. And Shayla, you don't mind if I keep answering the questions?
No, that's right. Yeah, you're answering them as they come in. So that's awesome. Yep.
Yes.
I know you touched on, there was a question about, is there a cost for your guide or your guidance? And you said, no cost for the counseling. Is there a cost for if I'm remembering correctly, you said you were required, if you're going to, go forward with the down payment assistance, you're required to take the class?
Yes.
Is there a cost for the class?
The class in Pinellas County, I think it's $5. So, yeah.
Okay.
That I get a lot of that.
Right.
Exactly what you did.
Right.
Because I've seen other people charging 50, 35,
Wow.
But no, we basically just only charging $5 in Pinellas, and Pasco, I think it is $10. Okay. But no, but everything else is free.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, you can go back to, I think there was about owing the IRS, so you can answer that. Sorry. Okay,
so if I owe IRS but are not in default, could you still qualify for a loan? And I will say this, in general, even with the student loans, if you have an agreement and making payments with them, then you're good to go. Okay, but you have to have that agreement in place. Okay, because you're taking care of it. One way or another, we all went through a lot last year. So we're going to see a lot. Okay. So, but as long as you're taking matters on what needs to be done, it's okay. Okay. Student loans, yes, they do affect. So student loans right now, most of them are being deferred. Okay. And I heard some of them are going to start payments in October. I will tell you this. If you don't have a payment plan with a certain amount, we are going to use 1% of your total balance. Okay. So I will always tell everybody, first, if you make an agreement with them and you might be paying only $50 out of, I don't know, $50,000 loan, is better than we tell you that you have to pay, that we consider $500 as your monthly debt. So $50 compared to 500, I will go for $50. Not only that, you're paying $50 to them. That means that at least you're paying something to the student loan. So your student loans will go higher. It will be the opposite. It will be less. Oh, yes, the information, how you can reach me back. Let me give you.
Well, Rosemary, I was going to say that I'll be sending to everybody who registered for the session today. I'll be sending the recording link out, and I will definitely include any, contact information specific to Rosemary, and you'll get that in an email
Yes.
this afternoon or tomorrow. And unless there's somebody else you want to direct them to, Rosemary, but you and I can talk offline about, where people should be.
Yes, definitely. Everybody goes through a process. We have a process when it comes to your application. Once you go to our website and you go to the pre-purchase part, counseling session where you go in to apply, that application goes into our intake person, which is the person that you will receive an email from letting you know what else is needed. You come to me at the moment that your whole package is ready. They'll send, we have other counselors too, but they'll send you a link letting you know directly who you're going to be with, and what day and what time. Okay, so everything is in a setup mode for you guys. Okay. Anything else, guys?
Miss Torres, how are you? I have a question for you as well. So as a first-time home buyer with the counseling situation, I'm not sure where I'm at on the totem pole. So, I can apply for that counseling free of charge, and they can help me find out where I'm at and the steps I need to take to go forward to reach my goal then?
Yes. So you don't get rid of us that easy, okay? So
It's not easy, but I want to start the process anyway.
yes. So the process, once you start the process, let's say I'm your counselor, we'll be talking at least, if it depends on where you are at, we'll be talking every 30 to 45 days, so 60 days, based on what your next steps are. So the first time it'll be a little bit longer, our conversation. It could be between an hour, I would say 45 minutes to an hour. We'll be talking everything about you. Once we finish that, you'll have a plan. So we give you a plan, and that plan, there's steps, and that needs to be done prior to the next appointment. So we'll have a second appointment. Once you have those steps, that means that we have a second appointment. After that second appointment, we'll see what are the next steps after that. If you have done anything or if you haven't done anything, like I said, no matter how much I can tell you, it's your decision. You're the one who does, okay? So once that happens, we'll have another appointment. So we work with you until you become a homeowner, okay? Yep, even at the last minute, the lender gives you paperwork like, oh, this is going to be your payment, this is going to be your loan. You're like, okay, what are all these numbers? You'll just see numbers. So that's when, we explain everything to you. Okay, so it is not only one time thing, it's always with you. We're guiding you through the whole process.
Whole process, yep. Awesome, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Zakir.
Are there programs? I know like Pinellas County has some home modification financing. Can that be used in conjunction? Say you buy a home and it needs some work. Do these homes have to qualify for HUD housing, or I know they have to meet certain criteria?
Okay, are you talking about somebody who owns a home, or are you talking about somebody who's selling a home?
Someone who's looking to buy a home, but it probably needs some new windows and stuff like that. Can you use that in conjunction with some of I think the county has a program?
So the county has a repair program, and that program is directly for homeowners, okay? You have to be at least a homeowner for 3 months, my understanding, okay? Now, when you want to buy a home, okay, I will tell you that what they want on the inspection is that the property passed inspection, means that it's livable, okay? Things that needs to be fixed, I would say that as long as they're past the inspections, later on, you can apply for the other loan. There's one loan that is called the 203 Rehab Loan, and that loan basically comes from the lenders. Those loans are based for you to buy a home that needs to be, fixed, okay? But you need to go through the process of being approved for that loan, and the property has to be approved for that loan, okay? But that's more about doing more construction to the property that you buy, okay?
Rosemary, there was a question in the chat about moving out of state.
I'm so sorry.
No, no,
If we start the process to get approved, but decide to move out of state, will that void everything or could it be transferred? Yes. So basically, when you decide not to live in the property any longer, means that you're gonna rent it, okay? You definitely have to pay everything back. So if you request a 45,000, once you start renting that property, you have to give the whole money back. So it has to be your primary home. Okay. And I'm assuming that maybe if you decide to move out, you might be selling the property. So once you sell the property, all those loans have to be paid back.
and wherever you'd be moving to, you'd have to seek, down payment assistance from whatever organizations would be available in that area.
Yes.
Okay. Would there be any steps? I know you started the presentation with, some steps to look at your credit and maybe repair your credit or get it, be credit ready,
Yes.
right? Before you might start this path. Are there any other things you could suggest, or I don't know, paperwork that,
Yes.
people need, not that they have to get it all ready before they make the first
Gotcha.
call, but, what should they be thinking about?
So when someone tells me, how do I start, Rose? I always said, you got two things to do. Once you can submit the application online, and at the same time be able to go and apply for my apologies. Oh my God, my mouse. Or be able to go and sign up for the class. So you can do either one, or you can do both at the same time, because the class has a schedule, and sometimes, the class right now for this month is already booked. So you have to register for the next one, as soon as possible, because otherwise you won't have a space, because we have a limited too of people. Okay, so either way you can do, or sign up, or for the class, or submit the application online. Once I would tell you that you have done that, start looking into your bank statements. Make sure that, because we're going to request quite a few paperwork, and that we say that at the beginning. One thing that I would tell you when it comes to bank statements, because we're paperless, everything's online. Make sure that you send us all the pages of the bank statement. That normally we're having issue with. Sometimes people just send us the first page, and it's not. If it says 1 of 5, send the 5, all the pages. Okay. I know when you download it from the website, from the bank website, it can go all to your desktop, and from there you can send it to us by email. Taxes, the same thing, all the pages. Okay. I always tell everybody, at least the first 4 is a priority. Take pictures, good pictures. I mean, there's so many scan app now. Adobe Scanner, is free. You take the picture and become a PDF, so there's so many ways of doing it. Now we have, our office is open certain days where, by appointment, of course. If you don't want to do it, over the phone, or, through the camera, we can do it face to face. I am there right now, Mondays and Tuesday. Okay. We have other people there that is during the whole week, for if you don't know how to scan it, or if you don't know how to send the paperwork by email, you can deliver it. But you always have to make an appointment. So you always got to call the office and set up an appointment to drop off paperwork. Okay.
I think we have, Carmen had a question. Carmen, you want to?
Yes, I do. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
Hello, Carmen.
Rosemary.
Yes.
I have a home buyer education class providers list from the Pinellas County Housing Finance Authority.
Uh-huh.
And I noticed that Suncoast Housing Connections is on the list.
Yes.
Now, any of the other providers on that list would be okay, because I have 4 people that I'm helping because they're first-time home buyers. However, for 2 of them, first-time home buyers means they haven't owned a home in 5 years. Would that work?
Yes. If you don't have a house within the last 3 years,
Yes.
you're considered a first-time home buyer.
Absolutamente. That's exactly what I was.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was telling them. And two of them fit that category. So they would be considered first-time home buyers because they
Yes.
haven't owned a home in 3 years or more.
Yes.
Yes, I wanted to make sure that. Now, the education class providers on the list, it's about 5 of them. You're the first one on that list. Would, if they attended any of the other sessions by any of the other providers, would that still be okay?
No, no,
Okay,
no.
I
We're the
didn't think
only
so.
ones. Of course, I want you to come with us, but no, yes. Those other agencies are also, capable to give you that certificate for Pinellas County. Remember that. Pasco
Perfect.
County, we're the only ones. Okay. But yes, for Pinellas, I know that there were a few. I didn't know how many. I thought that there were 3 only. I have heard before that the reason most of the time people just stay with us is because it seems like nobody answered the phone. So, so I heard that. I mean, somebody just gonna get mad at me because I just hang up on them. But no,
Okay, I
totally
got
not.
it.
But definitely, yeah, that's okay. If you send them to the other agency and they got a certificate for the other agency, and if at the end they decide to come with us with counseling, that's fine. We accept that certificate.
Oh, great. Gracias. Disfrute tu día.
Ay, gracias. I love it. Anyone else? I'm here. I'm answering questions. Oh, Shayla, you're
Yeah,
mute.
I was saying, those were good questions. We're having a good dialogue.
Yes,
Good follow-up. So,
yes, I love it. Like I said, I could tell, yes, as nobody is asking, I would say at this point, if you want a home, start saving. Saving, 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 saving. That's one of the things that you guys got to do. Okay. It's not that I want you to spend all the money that you're going to have. No. But remember, we just went through COVID, and that teaches a lot when it comes to emergency funds. Okay. At least we all should have 3 months of emergency funds in our savings. Okay. But if you're not able to do that, try a month to begin with. I always say that to everybody. At least if you have a month, it gives you time for you to be able to look into something, be able to at least pay your mortgage, But if you're looking to buy a home, start looking into your finances. You have to start working with budget. We also have a financial class that we do. If you go to our website, you guys gonna see that we do. I think it is once a month, and it's free, of course. And they teach you about the budget. They teach you about how you can become a homeowner, or how you can save starting now, because that's what this is about. It's about showing you that if you're not ready, you can become ready. Okay. So it's not about just you being ready and that's it. No, we got you through the whole process. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And one other thing, Rosemary,
Yes, Carmen.
do you provide a list of approved lenders for the people that go through the class?
Yes, we do. We
Great,
do.
because that would be
We
nice.
Yeah, we have been working with, like I told you, this November I'm gonna be 10 years in the company. Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I
Right.
have met a lot of people, and I have worked with a lot of people, and I have always said when I first started, I started as a loan officer, and my clients were referrals. That was always my goal. The first client that I had gave me 2 more of her family members. Okay. And that's what I like, because I know they understand and they can ask you the questions and you're looking out for them. So I always say the same thing with us. I got to know a lot of people that work with the lenders and realtors, and I hear from them. Rosemary, I'm happy. I love it. They help me with this. My interest rate. One of the things that I love the most is when they tell me my interest rate was 4 point something and now it's 3 point something. That is amazing, because at the same time, the lenders understand that if they look out for our clients, we also gonna refer them more people. Okay, so the people that we have on the list we work with, and I mean, we have a big list, but we also know the programs. So we work with them, we learn from them what type of programs they have, and based on your scenario, we'll refer you to those lenders. Okay.
It's me again, Rosemary, with another question.
Good,
Because
Carmen.
I think I'm going to refer everybody to Rosemary.
Thank you.
Quick question. I noticed that from time to time you see the home ownership for people everywhere, the Hope Expos.
Yes,
Does Suncoast ever attend those?
we're gonna have the Hope Expo.
You're having it.
We're gonna have it.
For some, well, I
Go to-
wasn't sure because I know it's normally brought to everyone by Raymond James Bank, and I wasn't
Yes.
sure if that's you.
Yes, I'm not. I mean, I know that Ellen, one of the person that we work with, she has been trying to reach everybody. But if you go to hopeexpo.org, we're already there. We
That's where I
already.
found it.
We're gonna do it September. It's in September. It's through Zoom, but
It's
it
two
is.
half days. Yeah, it's at September 18th and September 25th or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the Hope Expo. I mean, of course, I'm been in the Hope Expo all the time. I'm gonna be missing it. I was trying to see if they were doing face to face, at least with a few people, and
Yeah.
but they're not.
So Rosemary,
Mhm.
because it's on Zoom and it's those two half days, will the people have to pay? Because it's a free informational workshop and exhibit.
You know what? I just got into it. Yeah, was it yesterday? No, lying. Monday. That I found out because they have my picture and they have information about me. I'm like, oh my God. So not sure. I have not gone through the whole website.
Okay.
But it might you might not have to pay, like you said.
Well, I'm glad I'm on this call. I'm going to refer those people to you.
Yes, thank you. But I definitely, if you go to the hopeexpo.org, there's a lot of information.
Thank you. I'm
You're
done.
welcome,
I will
Carmen.
not raise my hand again.
We love your questions, Carmen.
Yes.
Thank you.
I just went to hopeexpo.org and it just says register. There's no,
If you go, let me see.
if you enter your information, your address, your phone,
It says it's free
me
on
see.
about. It says it's offered free to prospective home buyers.
oh, good. Okay. Well, there
So
you
you
go.
said. So it's
Even
free.
though it said it was free, I was wondering if they have to pay the $5. I wasn't sure.
Oh, you know what? For the class, I don't think nobody have paid the $5 for in a Hope Expo. Was
I
that
don't think so
before?
either. I assumed that because it was Zoom.
Yeah, it's a home buying workshop right there, and it's.
The only thing I didn't see, the sponsors, was Suncoast, and I was looking for them, and I thought, I don't see Suncoast, but I see City of Largo, City of Clearwater, Raymond James Bank, Regions Bank, but I don't see Suncoast.
Yeah, I don't think we are sponsors. I think we are the Hope Expo.
Okay, because you would then accept the certificate.
Yes, no, definitely. No, the certificate has, we're the ones who giving the
Who would
classes.
print?
Yes, so it has our name. I don't see that they have to pay. I don't think they have to pay, but that's a good question. I will definitely ask Roger about it. Like I told you, they did not, I just found out on Monday about it and I started looking into it.
What they've done has been working on their credit score, and all four of them are up to about 730, I think, close to it.
Okay.
They're all in the 700 range.
Nice. That's pretty good. Yes. I like my clients to go 680 up. I'll be honest. I mean, I always tell them if you're 620, you can start looking for a loan. Okay.
Wow.
And I'll let you know you're able to. But you know what? What happened if you're 622 and all of a sudden, oops, a collection show up? It drops. So that letter that the lender gave you, now you're gonna have to wait 2 months for you to get a new one. So what I always tell everybody, if it is 620, let's get at least to 640, and then you can go to the lender, okay? But 680 and up is what I want my clients to have, and that's what I work for, okay? But of course, once you're in 620, you're able to go to a lender and get a loan, okay?
Rosemary,
Thank you, Rosemary.
a question in the chat about if there's no down payment assistance, what's the percentage needed for a down payment?
We always tell 3.5 for everybody, you know, because we don't know what type of loan they're gonna get, if they're gonna get FHA or the conventional loan. I always tell people, every time you get a loan, multiply that times 6%, and that is your down payment and closing costs. Okay, so at least you have an idea. It depends of everything. It can go up to 7% or 8% because of also the reserves that you have to have. Some lenders use 3 months, some of them use 1 month, but some of them use 6 months of reserve, you know, of taxes or insurance. Well, insurance is always a year, okay, but it depends on that. I always multiply that times 6%. Okay, so that way
And
they
then
know
like you-
what closing down payment is.
Like you said before, there's, you know, mortgage insurance involved if you're less than 20%. So that would be enough.
Yes,
I mean, but if you don't qualify for the down payment assistance, maybe you can't get to 20%. So
correct.
I had a question. When you, in that scenario, when your down payment is less than 20%, but so you accept that you're going to be paying mortgage insurance, is there ever a time, you know, as you continue to make payments and your principal, you know, pays down your
To
mortgage?
finish?
Is there ever a time when, even if you stay, you know, you're not refinancing or anything, you stay with that lender, you
Mhm.
stay in your home, when can you be done with the mortgage insurance?
Okay, so when it comes on FHA loan, is for the life of the loan.
Oh,
Okay,
Wow.
so FHA always have it unless you refinance, then you know you can go up to conventional. Okay,
okay,
but conventional, once you hit that where your mortgage and your equity of the property is 80% or less, then you're able to remove. The only thing that you're gonna have to do is pay for the appraisal. Okay,
Mhm.
to give it,
Okay.
you know, which it is the same lender who has your mortgage requesting it, but you gotta pay it. Okay, so once that happens and they see that your equity is higher than 20%, then that's when they remove it.
Okay.
It's a process normally, but when it comes to FHA, is for the life of the loan. Okay, that's not
Okay.
something that you can avoid as it is, you know, federal. It is just, you know,
Right.
a government loan. Okay, and that's why I tell you 680 and up is my goal for my clients because that's a conventional loan.
Yeah.
Okay, if they don't have the 20%, I know they're gonna have to pay it for a while, but then it can go away.
Right. Okay. Debbie, you had another question?
I did. So, if say someone lives in the house 2 or 3 years and they need to move or upsizing, can they rent out the home? And I guess you had mentioned some of the loans, if it's being rented out, that assistance loan would have to be paid off.
Yes.
Okay. Is that
So basically, and I have a case with one of my friends that she used the assistance and she wanted to move out, you know, in 3 months because she got married. So now she has a husband, you know, baby on the way. So she's like, a 2-bedroom house is not good for me any longer. So she wanted to go and buy a bigger home, you know, 3
That's right.
bedrooms or more. So she wanted to do that. So she decided, she did it 3 years after. And once that happened, she did not have pay anything on the loan. So she is still owed $20,000. So what happened is that what she did is she refinanced the property before she moved out.
okay?
So once she refinanced, okay, she was able to get the equity from the home to pay back that loan, okay, be able to rent the property and get a new home.
Okay.
And that home became basically her primary home. So the interest rate wasn't high.
Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One other thing, Rosemary, this is Carmen again.
Uh-huh.
In the sessions, is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and VA explained to the potential home buyers so that they'll understand the underwriting process?
Okay.
Is that
Uh,
explained to the home buyers so that they'll have a clue as to, oh, I think I want a conventional loan. I think I want a FHA loan.
Yes, we do in our presentation at the classes, we do have that. We even provide them, let them know, even though that's more like inside information when it comes to how we get the down payment assistance, but we even show you that how, which entities are looking, are providing us the down payment assistance. So
Got
we,
it.
and that's what I'm telling you, it's like every client that I speak with, if I see that it's a less than 680, I explain the reason why I would like them to see them to have 680 or higher. And believe it or not, 50 points can go very, very quick in a month. It can go high in
Yeah.
a month. So if they're coming with 620 and we'll wait 2 or 3 months, they can get those points up. Might as well wait for 3 months or 4 months, then get a higher loan.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rosemary, I know you talked about, like Suncoast services, low to moderate, incomes, low to moderate home purchases. And then there's the next step up would be, bank payment assistance.
Pre-approval.
So what's the maximum salary for someone to use your organization versus, I know it can go up to 103 with a private organization, but what's the,
So,
for you?
let's put it this way. When we do the counseling, we explain that we don't approve them for down payment assistance, okay? We just want to make sure that they have all the requirements before they apply, because it's
Okay.
not the same when you go to the assistants and you're giving paper, you're giving here, you're giving that, and you're thinking that you're getting it, and then they tell you, no, you don't qualify. Okay, so when you come to the counseling, basically we'll let you know which assistance you're able to apply based on your income.
Okay.
When we tell you 103, it's because that's the limit to get any type of assistance.
Okay.
They're all different. Suncoast Housing Connections handles Clearwater and Largo down payment assistance. So we do the process. So when the client comes to us, and we see that once they get into the contract with the Largo or Clearwater home, then the paperwork comes to us and we do all the process. We have someone who is specified, for those, for the down payment assistance. But there is a limit based on people and income. So if there's 7 people, they have a limit of income up to, yes. So
Okay.
we have 3 levels. Like I was mentioning to you about Pasco has 3 levels. So we have the 50% median family income, 80% median family income, and the 120%. So most of the assistance are given in the 80 bracket, 80 and down, but there's still assistance for 120. So St. Petersburg, that's 120. Tampa is giving 120 and Pasco is giving 120. So you can make pretty good amount of money and you still be able to get assistance.
Great. Okay. Because in the housing market now, you can have what would be considered a pretty nice income and still feel like you can't, buy a home. So
I know.
I'm glad the numbers are, bumped up a little because.
Yes, even the purchase price has gone up. It used to be, if I remember, 199 with Clearwater, and now it's 229. So, there's a limit also in purchase price.
Right. Sure.
So it has gone high. I mean, I think we all aware of what's happening, and we're trying to make a feasible, make sure that someone can buy a home,
Right.
because of what people's doing, paying the extra 10,000 over the value, which is not helping others,
Right. Yeah.
So we have seen a lot of North people coming down, but that's why the down payment assistance has gone higher too. Clearwater used to be 20,000, now it's 45,000. So they're also, they have all that in consideration right now. The down payment assistance are helping you a little bit more. All right.
Wow, that's amazing. All of it has been amazing information. going to be able to share this one with high regard for the time. You know, it was well worth someone listening to this recording because this excellent information. So I know you mentioned some financial literacy classes, you know, that you offer.
Yes.
We also have, I mentioned a previous Parent Academy was on the ABCs of financial literacy, and it touched on some of the things you were talking about credit and other things, budgeting. That was a great presentation. We just had that last week, and we're putting together our fall Parent Academy lineup. We don't have it out yet, but all our past session recordings as well as future session registration links are available at pcsb.org/Parent Academy. And that'll be included in the email I sent tomorrow to everyone who registered today. I thank you so much, Rosemary. I thank the
You're
attendees.
welcome.
Very pleased with this session, and I'm can't wait to share things with my son.
Right.
You know, thinking about getting ready to make that big step. So
Yes.
yeah. Anybody else have any last thoughts? Otherwise, we're gonna end the recording and go on about our day. That was definitely a power hour.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, you know, to continue helping others and making sure we educated on what we're getting into it. I always tell everybody, this is the biggest investment in your life outside of your kids. Okay. So be prepared, you know, that's the main thing here is about be prepared, be aware, and be ready.
Be ready for the American dream. All right.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks. Have a great day. Thanks again, Rosemary.
Bye.
Be coming today or tomorrow. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.